What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today, guys. Guys, we got a good one for you. I want to talk about the new Mego superhero 50th anniversary figures that's coming out probably in the fall, sometime right around that area, that time period. And it's gotten a lot of positive feedback, a lot of buzz about these original figures that came out in the early 1970s. A lot of people have been waiting on this big news. A lot of people have been waiting on these figures. You know, these are some of the first figures that Mego really put out superhero wise. And I believe the four will be Superman, Batman, Robin, and Aquaman. And they're going to be in the box format. And I believe they're in the window box. But if I'm incorrect in that, leave it in the comment section, guys. What's your thoughts on it, though? Because FTC has put out these figures. Well, we all know that FTC was putting out the Mego retro figures when Mego was not on the landscape. You know, Mego returned back in 2018, and with a lot of fanfare, and rightfully so. They had a lot of fanfare. A lot of people wanted Mego back on the landscape, the toy landscape, in toy stores, on toy store shelves, I should say. People were excited. I was one of them. I am still one of them. You know, I collect tons of Mego figures, and getting this news about a week or so ago was exciting. But that's me. I want everybody else's take on this. How excited are you about Mego's 50th anniversary superhero figures? Batman, Robin, Superman, Aquaman, in box format. How excited are you? Did you want something else? Did you want Marvel? Did you want different superheroes? And I stated this, like I said a little while ago, FTC has put these figures out. And what you're seeing here that I have here are the box versions of FTC. Now, I know what you're going to say. M.I.B, these are not Mego figures. These are reproductions, and probably not very good ones. Fair enough. I have no problem with that. And I was speaking to some fellow collectors about this the other day, and they posed that same statement to me, and my response was, yes, I understand that, but at the same time, FTC did put these figures out when Mego collectors desperately wanted to reconnect with their childhood, and to reconnect with their childhood favorites, like Shazam, Batman. I have all of these. They're in the museum archives. I just pulled these two out just for example purposes. But we wanted to connect with our childhood, and FTC actually gave us that opportunity with these figures. Will you be purchasing the 50th anniversary Mego figures? I will. And I want to get that on the record right now to all my subscribers. Anybody's going to ask me that question, yes, I'm going to be purchasing all 4. Well, I know the next question is going to be, well, M.I.B, well, why? You have FTCs. Aren't they the same? From what I'm hearing, not quite. Guys, what you have to understand is this is Mego Corp. Mego Corp did it first. And I want those figures that I had back in the day when I was a kid and no longer have. Now you find these figures. To find a Mego boxed Batman like this, window box Batman, perfectly in perfect condition like this. This is C10 museum quality. But to find something like that, it's probably astronomical. Crazy expensive, which is another reason why we're happy that FTC gave us these figures like this, where it only cost about $24 to $30. And to have an actual Mego figure, 50th anniversary or not, it's still a Mego figure. Reproduction or not, it's still a Mego figure. And I'm happy with that. Now there's some, I know guys, there's some pros and cons involved. And let's look at some of the pros. Some of the pros are, well, quite simply, you're getting history. You're getting your childhood favorite toys, action figures, superheroes back in your hands again. Mego's back. They're actual Mego figures. The quality, I'm hearing, will be better. So those are some of the pros. Now the cons is that, and I'm going off of what I've read and what was told to me, and what I discussed with other people and some of their opinions on it, or their concerns on it. Some of the cons, they didn't want those figures. They wanted different figures. Another collector said, that's been done already. Been there, done that. That's old news. That's old hat. Mego, you have to give us something better. Another con is the fact that somebody said that they just didn't want the figures. They didn't want those types of figures anymore. And what I mean by that is they want Mego to actually come out of the 1970s. Get away from that and become more modernized in their thinking with their process of creating different figures, more modern head sculpts. In other words, they don't want the cowl. They don't want the Batman cowl. Been there, done that. It's already happened. Fair enough. Okay, I get it. Guys, this is the fork in the road, if you will, where we're going to have to pick sides. We're going to have to agree to disagree. We're going to have to accept the fact that Mego's going to ultimately do what they want to do. Are they listening to us? Yeah, I would like to think so. I believe so. I can't say they're not. They have over 200 plus figures out there. It's not like they haven't listened to us. Another collector said they're tired of the mismatch lines of toys. And I'll use Star Trek as an example. One collector said, you got different uniforms for supposedly the same Star Trek generation toy line. Head sculpts are different for the original series. You made 2 original series, Spock and Kirk, and then Scotty and Bones, different head sculpts. Different. Fair enough. That is truth, though. There is truth to that. But the fact is that we are getting, and Mego is getting, and giving us, I should say, some childhood memories with the 50th anniversary Mego figures. Batman, Superman, Aquaman, and Robin. How happy are you? How satisfied are you with that? I was at the live stream that Mego did. Listen. It's fun. It's a fun time to be a collector right now, especially if you're a Mego collector. It's a fun time. So I get all of that. I understand all of that. But we still have to pose the question. We still have to get all of these facts on the table, all these questions on the table, and try to make some type of sense out of it. That's what I like to do, these FaceTime videos with you guys, to really get your take on it, to see what you think. I want you guys to flood the comment section of this video with your takes, your opinions, your concerns. I want to hear all of that. Are you excited about the 50th anniversary Mego figures? If so, I want to hear why. If you're not, I want to hear why. Listen, guys, we've been bashing Mego on certain situations regarding the action figures, regarding the Topps situation, regarding the rollout of these figures at Target, at Walmart, or the lack thereof. But we have to give these guys their flowers as well. We have to give them their just due. Has it taken a while for Mego to kind of gain momentum as far as getting these figures out, or going back to their roots? And one collector said, hey, M.I.B, I'm just happy that they're going back to their roots with the 50th anniversary figures. Maybe we'll get some different figures along the way to add with that. And that's possible. That's always possible. Mego has shown us that that's possible. Guys, what do you want from these guys? What do you want? They give you 50. I'm playing devil's advocate here, guys. So go along with me. What do you want from them? They've given you the 50th anniversary figures that you had when you were a kid. Batman, the original Batman, with the cowl. Superman, Robin, and Aquaman. Everybody's asking about Aquaman. Yes, they're going to have Aquaman as well. What do you want from these guys? I want to. I have to know. I have to know for me. What do you want from them? What will it take from Mego to make you guys happy, to satisfy you guys? I want to know. Better public relations, better quality control, what? Better figures? Marvel? Because I keep hearing that a lot too. Somebody told me the other day, M.I.B, if they get the Marvel licensing rights, they've got me. One guy told me that recreating, or the 50th anniversary, recreating these figures is an absolute waste of time. He won't spend one dime on these figures. Absolute waste of time. Now we're talking about FTC. I'm hearing the FTC versus Mego. I did some videos a while back, a couple years ago, and it seems like that's starting to come back around. Mego versus FTC. The pros, the cons, things of that nature. Well, I think this is a huge step in the right direction for Mego to go back and recreate these figures. FTC has already done that. Mego's looking to do it a lot better, on a higher level, a higher scale, if you will. How successful will they be? We'll find out when these figures actually hit retail stores. And I'm hearing that, they'll be readily available. We've heard that before, but I'm one of those people that will give the benefit of the doubt until that person or whoever proves me different. But I think with the FTC situation, I think, yes, the quality has gotten a little bit better with FTC's figures. Mego has struggled in that department as well. They're rolling out the new bandless bodies now, so we'll see how that's going. We're hearing about, if you can see here in the background here, my Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow set. I'm hearing a lot of complaints about those figures. Figures are too short. The new bandless bodies are too short. They're not they're falling apart. They're not very well made or constructed very well. Fair enough. I'm an M.I.B collector. Mine will never come out of the box. One collector told me that's the best way to keep these new Mego style figures, because the vintage figures were just better constructed, better made. So the best way to keep these new Mego figures are in a box. But now listen, or in their packaging. Well, listen, I've heard the same thing with FTC. So we're talking about really the same situation with both companies. Poor construction of these figures. Great outfits from what I'm hearing with FTC, and that's FTC's knock. The knock on FTC is great outfits, great lineup, roster of figures and characters from different various comic books, cartoons, you name it, Hanna-Barbera, DC, Super Friends, you name it, the list goes on and on, Space Ghost. The outfits are fantastic. The build quality of the figures themselves, horrible. Now FTC has talked about, and they're starting to roll out their bandless bodies as well. Now the knock on Mego, you can't find the figures. It's hard to find these figures. Will these figures be difficult to find? Will the build quality be better than FTC? I want to know. I want to hear it from you guys. What do you think? I'm a mover of information with my channel and with these subjects. This is not to, like I said, it's not to attack Mego or FTC. Big fans of both companies. I am well versed on both companies as far as buying purchasing their products, and you'll see a ton of videos with both FTC and Mego products on my channel, in my collection. We've given away a lot of Migos over the years, but is this a start of something fantastic for Mego? These new 50th anniversary superhero figures: Batman, Superman, Robin, Aquaman. A salute to the good old days. A salute to our childhood. I listen. At the end of the day, guys, I'm like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate here. At the end of the day, you are getting some great action figures. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm going to ruffle some feathers here, guys. I'm going to probably start some stuff here. So you please, you can jump into the comment section and get on my case. But I don't know. When did you guys become so picky? When did you guys become so choosy? When these figures came out in the 1970s, were you concerned about build quality? Were you concerned about the head sculpt? Were you concerned about the fabric material that was used on the cape? Were you concerned about the material used, the plastics that were used for the boots, for the belt, the utility belt? Were you actually concerned about that stuff as a kid? When did you guys become so picky? In your old age? Now that you have the financial firepower to buy anything you want, I mean, you all of a sudden you've become too good for these toys. You've become too what's the word I'm looking for? You become just too rich-minded. All of a sudden now we everything has to be perfect. I'm curious about that. I really want to know. I'm curious to know, at what point did Mego have to create everything perfect? At what point did you start to hold Mego at a higher level than any other toy company on the planet? I want to know. I'm curious. I'm testing both sides of the fence here. Okay, hopefully the fence is not electrified. All right, because I'm in trouble. But listen, we're talking about toys. I had one collector told me this, about a couple weeks ago. M.I.B, we're talking about toys. When did we become these experts that everything, the quality of the build, the quality of the plastics, now we're concerned where the toys are being manufactured, where they're being shipped to. We're more concerned with shipping dates. We're driving people at Target and Walmart crazy. When that becomes such a hassle? I really want to know that. I mean, because at the end of the day, we should be celebrating the fact that Mego is back on the landscape, the toy landscape. We should be celebrating the fact that these toys are starting to come out. Lord knows they're coming out very slowly. Okay? I agree. I attest to that. I'm probably gonna have another birthday before these guys actually come out. They say fall. I mean, if with Mego, it could be December or 2023 for all we know. We just don't know. But we are getting them. Did the Mego G.I. Joe 2-pack set, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, take a while? Yes. Are they perfect? No. Are you just happy to have the figures in hand finally? You should be, but we still got complaints about that. I mean, all worthy conversations to really think about and process. But we have the 50th anniversary figures coming out. Are you buying them? Are you not buying them? Are you disappointed with Mego? We want to hear all of that. We want to hear all of that. For me, it's more curiosity than actually purchasing the figure. I'm going to purchase the figures, like I said, but it's more curiosity to see what Mego comes up with, the design. And believe me, I will be comparing the two. I will be comparing this FTC removable cowl Batman, window box Batman, to the 50th anniversary Batman, Mego Batman, removable cowl Batman. But it will be just that, a comparison. And I'll do a video on it. But it won't be to take away or to add to either company. It'll be just for that, because I'm a museum curator, so I'm void of that, because we're all about toy history here. But I am curious. I'm curious to see what they're going to do, how they're going to make the capes, how they're going to make the outfits. That's the fun part for me. Now, I want the fun part from you guys. What are you looking for? You know, when you get these 50th anniversary figures in hand. What's your take? What's some of your memories that, will be evoked when you finally get these figures? What are some of your memories now that, now that we got the good news about these figures coming in? How you feel? These are, if nothing else, this is the fun part about being a collector. The anticipation, waiting on these figures, the build up, the lead up to these figures actually getting in your hands, going to a store and seeing this in a toy aisle. The memories, the childhood memories that's going to be evoked when you see that. That's all going to come rushing back to you. That's what I want to. That's how I feel. A fun time to be a collector. A fun time to relive some good old memories with some childhood friends. I just want to, or I should say, I just wanted to kind of reach out today and give my 2 cents. Maybe not even that much, but to give my 2 cents on this topic, on the excitement and the build up to these beautiful 50th anniversary Mego figures. Your thoughts, guys, your opinions, They always matter to me. We want to get the conversation started. We want to get the chatter started. I'm going to answer all the questions as I always do to the best of my ability. So you guys, like I said, flood the comment section of this video, and let's get this party started, okay? You know the routine, guys. God bless. Stay safe. And by all means, keep collecting.